Hello and welcome. I am Exolite and this is my channel. Today we have something fun and different. One of our community, his name is Alex. His username is A-Train23. He can tell you his last name if you'd like to below, but I'm not going to say it in case he would prefer that it's not put out on the internet. He has sent 2 stories that I'm going to have the honor of narrating for him. They're true stories. One is his experience in a haunted house, and the other is his experience seeing Bigfoot. So, you guys, give this story a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel, please. Helps my channel a lot. Make sure you leave comments below and tell Alex you appreciate him sending these in. Alright, let's go to the first one, shall we? I was a sophomore at Eastern Oregon University in La Grande, Oregon in 2001. 3 of my friends and I moved into a house next to a football field. There were no neighbors and plenty of parking, so a perfect place for a few party boys at the time. I was the first to arrive in mid-September, actually a couple of days after 9/11. I immediately felt something eerie as soon as I walked in. I don't know what it was or how to describe it, but it just felt weird. One by one, my roommates joined me over the next few days. The house was 2 stories with a basement. The first floor had 2 bedrooms next to the living room. I took the upstairs room, which was basically the attic. One of my roommates decided to turn the basement into a bedroom. I had interned for a title company over the summer, so I had one of the people I worked with email me the details on the house and found out that it was built in 1894, so it was over 100 years old at the time. These are the things that happened. It started with minor stuff, things being misplaced, the lights going from dim to bright. We had known the former tenants from the previous year who had said that the house was haunted, but they never seemed really concerned about it. Also, they were always drunk and or stoned, so we never took them seriously. It is at this point that Alex gives me a disclaimer, which I am going to share with you. He said it might be viewed as inappropriate or TMI, and I could leave it out if I wanted to, but I think that the people here have the stamina and they don't have any ears that get easily hurt. So I'm going to go ahead and share this part of the story with you. He goes on to say, I'm just going to be blunt here. I noticed that the lights in the room would start flickering every single time I would masturbate. I was 19 and single. Please don't judge. And what do we say here? We say, we hear, we listen, we do not judge. Otherwise, the lights would be perfectly fine when I wasn't doing that. It's a little embarrassing, but I also feel like it's too interesting not to mention. I agree with you, Alex. We had all noticed similar weird things, but nothing super crazy. We all kind of agreed that the house probably was haunted, but we never really allowed it to affect us. But then we had a Halloween party. A few of us decided it would be fun to take out a Ouija board down to the basement and start asking questions. But nothing really happened. We asked its name, and it spelled out thief. I don't recall getting much more than that, though. As a side note, I owned a cat, and her name was Thief. Just putting that out there. That's me. Exit saying that. While the Ouija board night was pretty uneventful and anticlimactic, things ramped up after that. Bedroom door started slamming without warning. The front door would slam in the middle of the night, and the 4 of us would jump out of bed at the same time to investigate, only to see that the front door was locked and deadbolted. One of my roommates swears that he awoke to his bed shaking and hearing a dog growling shortly after that as well. And now, the crazy things I saw. My roommate's girlfriend was cooking spaghetti for us one day in the spring. I glanced over at her in the kitchen and watched a jar of Prego levitate off the counter and then get thrown, hitting her square in the chest. And just before we moved out, I was taking a shower. I was very hungover, and the shower curtain suddenly, violently started to shake. I also remembered lifting up my arms and repeating, "That's not me, that's not me," until the shaking stopped. The landlord sold the house as a permanent residence after our lease was up. To my knowledge, we were the last renters of that property. I visited that area a couple of years ago, and the house is still there. But the surroundings are much different now. What used to be an empty lot behind the house is now a baseball field, and it somehow just seems more normal. Thank you, Alex, for sending that in. Thank you for coming to my channel. Remember, guys, leave comments below so Alex knows that we appreciate him being a member of the community. The next video I put up will be his Bigfoot story. Good night.